I return to Demi saying that they hope that Dave knocks me off the windmill. How very, very rude. Frankly. Rude. Ah, I see. I see. Fair. Look, I would have been completely safe. Dave is not some sort of rapscallion, you know. Dave would have been like, hang on, no drifters, no shivers. The gentleman is getting tea. One doesn't simply attack someone while they're getting tea. That's tantamount to attacking aid-bearing convoys. No. There's some things one just does not do, even if they are at war. Of course, Dave isn't at war at me. Might be at war with you, though. You all suck. But Dave and I have an understanding. Even we Canadians have never intentionally attacked people while they were drinking tea. Officially. Canada. The land of... It is the war crime the first time. Or, it isn't a war crime if you're not at war. Okay, Forge looking okay. Right, okay. How long ago did the warning of the approaching storm trigger? Because this is going to be a medium storm, which is a bit worrying, I'll be honest. We saw what the last storm did. Those drifters and the shivers in particular were pretty rough. And I do not have the kind of health to handle that these days. On that note, I kind of want some fruits, so... No, I'm not going to go and get some wine, as much as the wine is probably amazing. I ate a fantastically good meal. And I don't want to lose the qualities of that. Okay. You know what? At some point, I should probably pick up a bow. Get one of the hunters to make me one of their special hunting bows. Hello, Aavak. Also, bad Aavak for introducing Wasted to Nordhold. He's going to do a 12-hour stream. The mind virus is spreading. I'm not sorry. I'm not even going to say sorry, not sorry, because that would imply on some level I recognize that I should feel sorry about it. I'm just being contrary and choosing not to be. No, I'm not even the slightest bit sorry. I don't even recognize this as something I should feel sorry about. Smexy's Queen Demi? Oh, I'm sorry, Demi. You're now the queen. Look, I don't make the rules. Smexy Vampire called you a queen. Look, it can be like the Daedric, okay? They're all princes. Poor Demi. Queen? Excuse me, but I am the king. Oh, take care, Nico. Thank you so much for all of your help. All right. Sandoval says, so, new world, harder setting. Already have copper, 150 units of copper after 2 days. And still hunting for clay. Anyone have advice on clay hunting? Water. Bodies of water. If you've not got water, the odds of there being clay are significantly low. I wouldn't say it's impossible. In fact, there have been quite a few places where we have found clay that are quite far from the nearest body of water. But generally speaking, it is close. I've never found clay in an arid area, at the very least, which makes sense. I mean, it's not really how clay works. But yeah, you're gonna want to look around the hills and kind of coastlines around lakes and shore and like larger bodies of water. But once this storm is over, my plan is to get back to the mining lodge and just focus on getting a proper bunkhouse up and running. I'm going to start with 6 bunks to begin with. Then moving on from the bunkhouse, I am really tempted to change the layout of it so that we've got a bit of storage outside even. We'll see how it goes. Sheelab should be back, yeah. I'm assuming that Sheelab is choosing to stay at her place. She was back before I was. Oh, ooh. Thank you. A hunter bow. Sheelab is brave, yes. This is truth. Sheelab is baking. Sheelab is dedicated to the cause. The oven is lit. The Sheelab shall stay. Defend the bread. Wet feetman. Oh, I didn't know you could do straw bunks like that. That's awesome. Yeah, like basically little bed bunks, yeah. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but straw mattresses are very bouncy. I did not know this before. I now... Right, you can go on that straw mattress if you would like to do some bouncing. Yep. I wonder if we can use this in some way. Those straw springs. Straw mad debuffs a fall. Really? So you can. Okay, so no hay bales, but you could absolutely put straw mattresses at the bottom of a dangerous fall. Noted. Hobbyson says, how often do you need to put those supports to stop cave-ins? Only got into Vintage Story about a month ago, but I have barely slept since. Never done the cave-in thing before. You do have to put them in... okay, so the way cave-ins work is it's less about how frequently you have support and more about when you're digging up. Generally speaking... If we look around here, more or less everything is 0% chance of instability. We're not going to see it over here. Oh, there's 50% chance. It can be a bit of a rough one, especially in very large mines. But I have found so far that vertical support pillars are far more effective than horizontal ones. So there are cases where the horizontal ones are the only ones that really impact the stability of certain kind of orphaned roof blocks. But generally speaking, as long as you're not digging up, you're not really at risk. My advice would be, if you're trying to dig a vein, dig from above the vein down into it. You just really want to avoid digging up into a ceiling at any cost. Still waiting on the storm to get in here. But it isn't far out now. Inclement weather has been detected. Sheila has brought a pie. Everyone, quickly devour the pie. This is our combat pie. Take a slice. Eat the combat pie. It'll make you strong like bull. Tasty, tasty floor pie. Actually, on that note, do we have any? We have a saw in here. There is no saw in Origin Cave. Deep sads. Okay, we are back. I remember the first couple of temporal storms we had and how people were just scattered across the village. A couple of people in the smithy, a couple of people here, a couple of people there. But now that the storms have started getting to the medium point, everyone's like, nope. Nope. I'm not risking this. Sensible. See, the Dapplings do learn. There we go. A place for future pies. I do like living. Yeah, it's imminent now, so we've got 90 seconds from the moment that triggered. Hopefully, peeps have plenty of healing items. I am going to be sword and boarding. Wow, is that steel armor already? Is that steel plate or just iron plate? Right, here we go. Oh, meteoric plates, okay. Leafin, the only way you're gonna find out about Dave is if you go up and rub your face against his legs. Oh no, Shep King. Don't die, Shep King. Ransom, get inside. Well, there we go. Indeed. Look at the distant cogs. Don't see that so often. I'm perfectly fine with keeping that a mystery. Yeah, that's probably was. But look at the distant world cogs. Oh, Jonas, what did you do? What did you do, Mr. Falks? How did you break the world, Falks? Oh, these medium storms, though, they really do mess with your brain. Ah, damn it. Beefin, do you have, like, a couple of liters of wine with you? Where's Dave? I don't see Dave yet. A couple of liters of wine. Nope. Okay. I'm off to the booze vault. Partially because it's going to be... hi, Dave! Dave, watch you don't step on that cog. It'll steal your legs from under you. And you're mostly legs, so that would be tragically painful. Oh, I'm safe. The goat will keep me safe, I'm sure. Okay. Ah! Rude! I was trying to get drunk. How dare you attack me while I'm trying to get drunk? Ah, Dave, come back. I'm gonna get drunk with Dave. I'm honestly not sure how much of this is now just a temporal storm and how much of it is my slowly loosening grip on reality thanks to the wine. I'm liking it though. What? It's much easier to see Dave from up here. His giant head visible over the mountains. I lack arrow bits, sadly. Okay, that could potentially be bad. The fact that they can climb up there. Oh. We need that to not be there anymore. There you go. So, this is what the world looks like when you recently drunk 3 liters of wine and the reality is starting to bleed into its neighbors. I think we can all agree it's quite a pleasant experience. Very Escher. Should have gone for 6 liters, really. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so what's happening right now? When you said, oh, I was expecting more of a 7 days horde. Ah, hi, Dave. Once again. It all comes down to how confident you are and how much you want to die. Going out during these events is rough, especially on the medium storms. The things they spawn are quite insistent about you not being alive anymore. And so the town is doing the very sensible thing of not going outdoors. I respect them for that. I'm just gonna spend my time in Neuen cellar getting drunk. I'm gonna drink some white currant wine now. By the way, the fact that my vision is pitching to the side, I mean, part of that is the effect of just... So we're now, that's 9 liters, we're going for 12. My head bobbing from side to side is quite... actually, we're going to go a little bit further. Is quite literally happening. My character is swaying from side to side right now. If I were to try and walk, I would walk off course. Very aggressively so. I will demonstrate this now because I am actively trying to get to that... Oh, I'm having to course correct very... Oh, no. I genuinely am trying to course correct so hard. I'm actually legitimately trying to walk in a straight line right now. No, that is the wrong way. No, damn it. No, It's gone. Woo! Off. No! I'm going down the pit. Nah! Oh my god, this is hard. No, no, no! Ah, it didn't want to go for me, did it? Is it stalking someone else? Am I hallucinating it? I might be. Oh, that hurt. Circle straight. I'm actually just walking backwards. I was circle strafing quite effectively, but that wasn't my intention. Huzzah! I'm alive and very drunk still. See, for everyone else, the world is now behaving. Not for me. That was more successful than the last time when I came out here stone cold sober and it was a lesser temporal event and I got ganked instantly and then ganked 3 times trying to get my stuff back. Honestly, I think I might be onto something. Apparently, drunk fighting is for me. Let's think more drink. Nope. I'm just going to lean against the fence for a little while. I'm not touching my mouse, by the way. And this isn't simply my character looking around. This is my character's body turning. Lean against or lean over, possibly a bit of both. Bentham got a Jonas piece. That's amazing. Look, I survived drinking 12 liters of wine. A regular human definitely could not do that. We are definitely in drunken master territory. Rock Lee. I get more powerful the more drunk I am. An exquisite planar... Oh, sorry, planetary gear? We've got a Jonas sub-assembly. Oh, yeah, an exquisite planetary gear. Intricately wound spring. And inverted refraction cylinders. Okay, those are going to be super important for us to make the endgame gear. Okay, that was a nice little temporal storm. Considering it was a medium one, though, I am going to be honest. I'm a little surprised that we didn't see much worse entity spawning. Did I just miss the type of storm it was last time? Was it like a high severity storm? Because the basic storms, it's just mostly tougher drifters, but not really that much. A couple of angry shivers maybe, but the storm we had previously was, oh wow, you made a needle and thread sign. That is so amazing. Actually fantastic. But yeah, the storm we had at the beginning of the stream, that was really quite horrible. I like the different supports, kind of higgledy-piggledy there. Still a bear in the beehives? If there was, the drifters probably would have killed it. Hello, Papa. Okay. It seems that all of the adult wolves just respawned after being murked by the eldritch horrors. Hey, Demi. No, that's enough, I think. We're good. Don't need to top those up. This game seems very interesting. It's a super fun game. Really enjoying it. I hope we explore a bit more in order to get some more deep lore about what was going on with Falx and the corruption. We know that Falx started, you know, heralded as the savior, and they had like this plan, this great work, and that everyone started working towards it. But some talk about a lens, and even when not looking through the lens, I'm going to guess that based on the language in that part of the book that we read, that the lens was peering into a different space. Not just distant location on this world, but a different place, a different world perhaps. And that Falx started seeing that other world even when not looking through the lens, like it was bleeding through. And that the machines that they had made that to enable the completion of the great work and to generally help the surviving humans were starting to feel other and alien. And how Falx started to... I feel that Falx started to regard the device that they were creating to save humanity as worse than the plague that it was trying to save them from. Yeah, a different dimension, yeah. I mean, I don't want to throw words out there before we have some more context to play with, but yeah, it definitely does feel that way. Right. Thank you very much for the pie, She-Lab. Let's actually check in on the food stores down here. We are doing so well. It is January, day 3. We are almost out of winter. And we've still got a vast amount of food stocked away. Many pies. So much meat. Actually, quite a lot of veggies too. My goodness. Loads of mushrooms. A decent amount of grains, yeah. Not even halfway through, is not almost out. Leafin, when do you consider winter then? Because I consider winter to be 3 months, starting November, December, January. I would say we're halfway through winter. February is where I consider spring to start, though. Perhaps that's just oh, for Leafin it's December, January, February. Okay. Actually, Aavak, have you done any of the actual story chapters? Or will this run be your first run at them? It'll be my first run at them. Which is one of the reasons why I feel quite firmly that we want to do the like progression, the story stuff as a group. And we want a specific stream for that, rather than being like, oh, okay, well, you know, we've run out of things to do, or we've achieved a bunch of... I thought as much. Bentham has created a new waterfall. A bunch of like story stuff and a bunch of like base progress stuff, and then be like, oh well, okay, at this point I guess we've got nothing else to do, let's go and do some progress. I want everyone to know ahead of time that, hey, we intend to do progress this stream, so make a special effort to be there if you want to be a part of that progress. with enough warning that people can account for it. And this place is definitely coming along. See also calendar seasons versus real seasons. Yes. Personally, I feel that winter is mid-October to mid-April, give or take a few weeks. I love how Dill responded to Nico saying that Canadian spotted. Kind of. I will see about using this bow. I'm going to need to make a bunch of flint arrowheads, though, if I'm going to do that. Oh god. My reduction in range is rough. Oh, apparently not. Never mind. Okay. Think. Okay, now I've got a bit of a better idea about how the arrows are going to drop here. It does have quite a lot of variance, I guess. Hey, Rye. I can leave those there. They'll feed the desert. Baby moose? No. No, it... What you mean to say is partially constructed flash tank. Gotta get it before the treads are fitted and the cannon is loaded, you know? Delpha, F Moose. They aggro from 5 games away. They must die on sight. They aggro from 5 games away. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Fresh for another 2 days. You know what? Let's see if I can extend that a bit. Oh, I don't have a bloody clay vessel in there. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Well, I guess I could just do this. Right, that pie is going to be good for a long, long time. Gobble down this pipe. victory pie. No, let's start clearing out this space. I haven't come across moose in this game. Are they scarier than bears, or have they been nerfed? No, the moose are significantly more likely to mess you up than a bear is. At least in my experience. In fact, the very first death on the server was to a moose. And it was me. I was the first death on the server. I had the audacity to decide to climb a mountain that a moose happened to be on at the time. It came to the conclusion that my place was not on the mountain. It was, in fact, on the floor at the foot of the mountain, like 5 minutes ago. And it helped me realize the error of my ways. To be fair, half the thing with moose in real life is that people just don't understand that herbivore doesn't mean safe. I would argue that herbivores are far more dangerous than carnivores. And my reasoning for that is that carnivores have to very carefully consider whether you are worth it to hunt. There's plenty of carnivores that won't bother with a human because it's just not worth it for them. It's too risky. There are too many things that can go wrong. We've got opposable thumbs. I mean, come on. However, a herbivore doesn't really have the same kind of rationale about it being worth it that a carnivore has. Something that only eats if it can chase something down and kill it has to really be certain that messing with you isn't going to result in a diminished capacity to chase things down and kill them. Even if it manages to beat you, if it comes out of that fight injured, it is in a really rough state. Herbivore, though, it eats grass. Grass doesn't run away. Grass doesn't fight back, typically. I mean, some grasses do, I guess. But herbivores don't have that kind of calculating the risk-reward mechanism. They have simply got, I'm in danger. And if in danger, well, I'm already buggered. I'm a herbivore. So I guess I'll just take you with me. Once their fight or flight instinct is triggered, if it hits fight, you are in deep danger because most herbivores, like, think about a cow. Cows are super docile until they're not. And once they become not, being anywhere near that cow is an Avengers level threat. Yeah, cows are big. Cows can mess you up trying to play with you. Much less when they're actively trying to mess you up. Much the same way with moose. Moose are just exceptionally big deer. I don't even think that there is any kind of like evolutionary behavioral logic behind it. I don't think like the herbivore has decided, well, you know, I'll I'm too tasty as a potential prey animal, so I need to make it ultra dangerous for things to attack me. I think it's just that herbivores only have 2 modes, whereas carnivores have a lot more going on. Carnivores have many different gears that they could be in, and depending on what they're about to go up against, they might decide that no. Carnivores, in my honest opinion, are just smarter, and they are actually assessing the risk to themselves, whereas herbivores are not assessing the risk. Once they feel threatened, if they can't run away, the only option is fight. They're not like, well, you know, if I fight but I lose, but I manage to drive them off but I lose. It's like, no, there's literally only 2 options. Either I fight and I die, or I fight and they die. Either way, I'm fighting. Hippos are some of the most dangerous things on the savannah. Yeah, yes, they are. When you say deer kill a lot more folks than people would imagine, are you also including like car accidents in that? Because if we're including car accidents, deer probably kill a redonkulous amount of people. But I'm not really sure that I would say that that is relevant to this discussion. Oh yeah, rhinos are actually... The funny thing about rhinos is that socially they're extremely timid, but exceptionally social when they are like with their own kind. Rhinos really don't want to be bothered and don't want to bother. They're actually incredibly social animals, but only when they're very, very secure. And they are basically blind, so they don't feel secure very often. But they have quite, because for the longest time, it was believed that rhinos were extremely solitary. They're not. They're just super cautious all the time. But when they actually feel safe, they're incredibly social. Like, they'll go around introducing their kids to each other levels of social, which is not common in the animal kingdom. It kind of makes the whole ivory trade with rhino horns even more deplorable. You know, it's an unfortunate. I don't mean that as oh, it's cute, and thus it's more bad that they get treated poorly. I abhor that kind of logic. But more, if rhinos were just simply a threat because they were hyper aggressive, then yes, as much as I don't think that they should be simply hunted for their ivory, to a certain degree, you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to us or them to a certain amount. But they really don't actually want to be aggressive. They're just scared of everything. And it's more that we just don't give them space that causes the tangles with rhinos. Isn't the desert cat the most successful hunter in the world? Yes. I know what you're talking about, and I have heard that as well. I mean, I couldn't say with any confidence about the statistics or anything like that, but I have heard that there's a specific desert cat that is, it's basically a bit bigger than a house cat, and it is a ridiculously successful hunter. There we go. Oh, and like the ideas of various medicine. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. It doesn't seem to make sense to me, but by the same token, a lot of like the plants that end up actually having some, you know, legitimate medicinal quality wouldn't make sense to me either. So I'm not gonna weigh in and say that traditional beliefs about the medicinal properties of like rhino horn are, you know, just wrong, because I don't know, and I'd rather not weigh in as if I do. But I do suspect, like if we're just going with like gut instincts, I do suspect that a lot of beliefs around that sort of stuff are just very misguided. But then you could easily hold up quite a lot of actual scientific studies that have been done and published over here and say, well, is this not misguided? It's like, well, yeah, you're kind of right. To be fair, that study was grossly mishandled, and as a consequence, all of the evidence that we've built like decades worth of legal precedent on, completely bogus. There's a shocking amount of instances of that. So there's a point where, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, certainly not. But there has to be a point where it's like, well, maybe people shouldn't be so quick to discard these things, or at the very least apply the same level of critique and doubt to whatever study comes out that just so happens to agree with something you want. There we go. Okay. What was I picking up there? Was it just flint? Yeah, it was just flint. That's fine. You do know, Aavak, the horns are just keratin. Chemically, the same thing that many, many, many other parts of many, many, many other animals are made of. I don't happen to know that rhino horn is not on some level genetically different to, I don't know, deer antler. No, I don't know that. If that's widely understood knowledge, then it's just a blip in my knowledge of biology that somehow got past the length of time that I've been alive and not realized it. But that, I mean, to me, it wouldn't seem odd if someone said, no, rhino horns are genetically dissimilar to this type of horn. It's genetically dissimilar to your fingernails. It's genetically dissimilar to hair. While it is 99.9999999% the same, we are like over 90% the same as a banana, and we're quite a different creature. Our bodies produce proteins that a banana would never produce, that have all sorts of medicinal properties. Not that I'm saying that you should hunt humans down to use their body parts for medicine, but I am saying that if you did, there would be some scientific backing for why you did it, you monster. Stop using people to make drugs. And if you have to, at least make it into a kick-ass Torchlight episode. You owe us at least that much. Long pork is good for... It always ends up coming back to eating people somehow. Speak for yourself, Aavak. I myself feel very much like a banana a lot of the time. How brave. How brave to be willing to admit what all of us feel deep down. Some days you just wake up and you're like, oh man, I'm such a banana today. Today is a very banana day. Okay. Waking up just bursting with potassium. Man, I hate those days. On very hot days, I feel like I might just spoil by evening. Ah, yes. Oh, take care, Mangle Porky. Have a good sleep, mate. And thank you very much for the work you did on the road today. It was a massive, massive improvement for us. Huge. Everyone thank Bentham for their stellar efforts. I really need to sort all this out, my lord. Right. So, in terms of the bunkhouse, I could perhaps have a 2 wide path going through here. Or just a 1 wide path. If it was only a 1 wide path, then the wall would be at this point. But if it's a 2 wide path, it would need to be 1 tile further out. There we go. Of course, the other way we could do is 1, 2, 3. No, I kind of like the idea of... So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, space, 1, 2... 1, 2. It'd be very close. But, yeah, I kind of like that, though. I think it has a bit of an aesthetic. There we go. And then we're going to want the other one all the way down here. Probably going to want yeah, you know what? Sure. A creature or player is in the way. How do you call me creature? There we go. It feels like this central area is going to be quite tall by the end of this. Over here. Down here. Hello, Drifter. No, I do not wish to play as it happens. Oh, goodness. I want to seal off the area down there as well. Drop these off. Drop all of those off. We can drop off the boards. The arrow for now. Sand, the gravel. Now, do I have the... Oh, I still don't have the blocks needed. Shame. Aavak, I think your neighbors are trying to say hello, said Bad Stuart. Yes, they were. I said hello back. A traditional Welsh hello. Do we want windows at the tops of each one? I think so. Not that. Ah, damn it! My neighbours know the traditional Welsh hellos. Stop pretending to be dead. I'm on to you. Okay. I'm gonna have to head down the mines. I think I'm not going to bother trying to gather any copper this time. I'm just going to aim to gather the rock. To that end, I could probably clean out the mines a little bit, make them a little bit more traversable. There's still ultra-high readings of copper here. We should have no trouble getting more. We should not be in a position where gathering large amounts of copper is going to be an issue for us. Honestly, I should have brought down the clay with me as well to make the cobblestone while I'm here. Like I said, there's stupid amounts of copper here. So much copper that I'm just randomly digging walls and finding copper. That's not how you're meant to mine in this game, but apparently this copper mine doesn't understand that. Didn't get the memo. Oh, this has been fun. Many inspirations and artistic enlightenments. I'm off to bed. You have a good one, mate. Thank you for dropping by. Hi, Dinu. Welcome back, mate. Flint locust. What a terrifying idea, Demi. Imagine locusts made of flint. Or any sufficiently brittle yet incredibly sharp mineral. This is a mineral. I'm not sure actually I would call it a mineral. Be gone. No more of your shenanigans. The more I watch, listen to this, the more I want to play Minecraft. I can understand why. Personally, after having played this, I don't think I would be content with Minecraft at this point. Maybe if I modded it enough. But then, if I was modding Minecraft to be like this, why wouldn't I just play this? Hey, welcome. How are you doing, mate? Enjoy your lurk, Dove MC. Occam sus? Rude. Why would you say such a thing, Demi? Let's find out if they've got any... any copper around here. Hopped out of a vent. You know what? That does make sense. There's trace amounts of native copper here. No. I saw you down there. No ore nearby. Wow, that's... How did you sneak up on me? Occam, is that you? Suspicious. Deeply... Oh, also suspicious. Another arrow over there. Hello. No, you're not dying. You're lying to me. I'll keep stabbing you until you stop trying to pretend. There's a dead deep shiver. Oh. Ooh, someone was just killed by a nightmare something. Ooh, large amounts of native copper. Okay. A nightmare a nightmare boathorn. Ugh. Unpleasant to the extreme. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh. Walls. It's fine. Hungry harmonica. There's food back at the camp. Calm yourself. Are we running from an accordion? No. We're running from a hungry harmonica. Things don't just collapse randomly, by the way, so that is deeply suspicious. Chom, chom, chom. Very delish. There we go. Also, these don't need to be with me right now. I can go over there. Dictator Penguin, thank you very much for the 11th month. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Oh no. Right. Should have enough clay for me to make a fair few cobblestones. Oh yeah. Only 48, mind you. Not the best amount, but have to do for now. If I'm going to build this such that it has a single door going then down the middle, I need to pop that door there. Hi. I saw you. Do I have enough to finish the floor? Not quite. Oh, something coming at me. Oh. It's fairly low drifter activity tonight, it feels like. That being said. There we go. Do I have no more rock at all in here? I've actually got a little bit there. That's all I need, technically. So. Alright. I want a door. Means I want these planks. All right. Now, need to create some support beams. We're pretty happy with what we've got so far. Maybe I take away the support beams for now. Maybe I just remove them. Remove this as well. I just wait to see what I have on the inside to work with. Because otherwise I'm going to keep trying to adjust my plans to make what I've currently got work. And I'm just not sure that it will. And it's going to make things take so much longer to get going. How's everyone doing with temperature, by the way? Was that an angry sloth? You know, that's not a bad description of drifters. It's a pretty solid description, in fact. I still want to have this here because I can hang a lantern from it. Fresh for quite a few days. Probably want to form some clay jugs, actually. Let's go ahead and do that then. Some storage vessels. All right. So let's just add in all of this clay. I haven't done... Actually, I'm not even sure if I've done any clay forming on stream so far. We're going to want 2 of these. And now duplicate mode. It's more of a wrath, really teaming with. Wrong one. Take away those bits of clay there. Now this will be for any kind of raw meats or anything like that that we just happen to have up here, or veggies, you know. As that will typically need to be stored at a lower temperature, and you can't just put it on a shelf, so it wouldn't easily be able to fit into the room. I guess you could technically put it on the floor, but this should be a little bit better, I think. There you go. All right. That used up enough of the clay that I am definitely going to want to make sure I've got a full amount before we get this one done as well. I forget how long it takes to fire clay in a pit kiln. Is it like a day or most of a day? One day. Right, yeah. Oh, actually, I think with the pit kiln, it's based on... It's not like charcoal, which is based on time. It's based on fuel. So a better fuel will make it take less time. Peat, for example, is a better fuel to use. Depends on the fuel. Pitch is like 16 hours in game. Right, yeah. A random thought. Rifts needs a video game. It's a setting that started with a nuclear apocalypse. And then things got really bad. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. I mean, wasn't there an MMO Rift game? Already? Sorry, clay forming isn't exactly the most torque focused activity. Oh, commentary friendly, I should say. Right, there we go. Right, these two together. Gonna need sticks. Got sticks. Gonna need... I'll break that down. I cannot. So I'm gonna need to go get grasses then. That's a bit of a potch, but we'll make it work. Unless I happen to have grasses in one of these. I do not. Big sad. Come then. Hi. Oh, there you are. Okay, we're good. And we'll cut up the others in here. There you go. I believe you have a friendly sloth looking to sell you something at the door. Or a pair of Mormon sloths, it seems. Lord. You have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Dave. I mean, honestly, I do have time to talk about Dave. Sure. Let's have a Dave chat. I think we're gonna want all this then. It has been so long since I did any amount of clay forming. I had the... No. Straw is what I add, and then I add sticks. That is, in fact, the way we do it. I really have to think about that. Or is it sticks first and then straw? It might be sticks first and then straw. Either way, it's not the fuel. The fuel is added at the top. Try it with straw then. Yeah. Straw, sticks, firewood. And then a torch. I don't know how they came up with the name Sand. It couldn't be because it's between sea and land, right? Jay, you know when you have those moments where you start to question everything you've ever ever known and been certain about in your life? There you go. More Game Pro. Nodders, I had this particular one 20 odd years ago when I first heard that one. Oh, okay. Apparently that one's been around for a while. Right. Right, the clay storage vessels will go in there. Underneath these. Is there a pounder set up in the town? Yes, it's in the mill. And a health hammer is in the mill also, yeah. Actually... Let's get up on the side and see about setting up this room properly. Kind of regret taking away my steps now. Let's use these. Did that curve? Yes, it did. Right, we've got the corner sections for that other corner. I'll apply those last, though. First, I just want to make sure that all of this goes up. Okay. Oh, Lord. I'm intentionally going to try and make use of the correct mechanics. Will do. I probably want to bring down more of that wall out there, but for now that should do. Right, now to get up there and lay in the flat sections. Now, if I wanted that to go through there, I could make that happen, actually. Hadn't considered it. But let's see how it looks. Should have enough walnut to make that work. There we are. Right, let's get that through the wall. Seal that off then. With packed dirt. Like so. And now this whole area gets these tiles. Should have it comfortably enough to finish this. That would allow me to affix some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Rafters or unlamp in there without too much trouble, I should imagine. Let's try something like this. The other thing I could do is have a little roof section at the back here. I don't worry about it too enough to set that up just yet, but like I could have a little peak in the roof. Back from the etymology mines, sand has been surprisingly consistent since Proto-Germanic. Oh, okay. Let's go through here, get these set up. Oops. This is actually incredibly chill music right now. It's almost distractingly chill. Let me go and have a look at what this looks like inside. Doesn't look awful. I need another bit of food. 29 days. No idea how long this would last. Really? I'll do. Oh, I think I see what I'm going to need to do here. Yeah, since I've got it done everywhere else, seems reasonable to have that a maple beam run across here. In the building of this specifically for safety, or can you make dirt houses too? Like, does one need to use certain materials and such for a safe home? There is an effect to having certain materials, especially in regards to insulation. However, in terms of safety, you wouldn't want to use straight dirt because straight dirt would collapse, but outside of that, you're probably safe for picking whatever material you simply have to hand. Well, I mean, you know, I think we will simply run these straight across. I do quite like these being in the right spot, though. For example, I could have these branch up a bit, come out yay far, have a little peak there. We won't do that just yet, but that is an option for later. Right now, I just want to get this finished off. There we go. Damn it. Also, I'm at that phase where I'm like, I could go and make myself a shovel, but I choose not to. There we go. All right, so entrance will be in there. Walk on in. Have a... This will eventually be a common room. But for the time being, it is more or less an everything room, but a sleeping room. Out here. I would like these to swing shut like so. I like that. Now, to properly use... that's kind of unappealing there. I think what we would like to use is a little bit of chiseling to get that to look right. Right now, don't have what we would need, but we can definitely get to that in a bit. Right there. Won't have it on these because I will chisel that section. Going to want that going across there. And then going across here as well. On this side, we do want that running up the length and a support right there, reaching out. Is that about right? Yes. And that has 1, 2, 3 in between. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Technically, that does actually line up. How peculiar. I approve. Luck, not judgment, that allowed it, but I'll take it. And I would also like this to run the full length over here. Oh, wait. I have indeed made a mistake, haven't I? Yes. Right, I'm going to need to cut that back. And I'm going to have to adjust the roof on this side. That whole section needs to be brought back by 1. Ah, damn it. Because effectively all of this needs to be lowered by 1. Ah, that's an irritation. I do like how Vintage Story gives a bunch of options to take off the edge of Minecraft's blocky building style, says DeanWorks. Yeah, I quite like that there's a lot of stuff in this that isn't just a straight up continuation of everything is made of blocks. Right, so what we want over here is this connects up there. Oh. Is that actually how we do it? Did I do it like that over there? Yes, I did. Okay, fair enough. So we'll have a proper overhang on this side. So I'll have to pull that wall down a little bit to make that work. Yeah, okay. Let's go and grab the shingles. That's probably why that ended up looking kind of squiff and misaligned to me. Physics is a leading cause of structural collapse. Economics comes as a close second. Wow. How can you be so brave and yet say something so true? Damn it. Come on now. Oh, I know. Right. It's because I was facing the wrong way with my own position. Right, there we go. Now, we have no lighting in there, nor do I have any beds in there, but I feel like I'm getting way closer to what I'm aiming for now. Man, am I really out of an axe as well? All of my tools are just gone. Grab that one. Right. Looking at the time though, chat, we're getting very close to wrapping up point. So what's everyone up to at the moment back in the town? I will be back there shortly in order to wrap things up here. What's everyone working on? Rise on a corpse run. Oof, okay. Forging. So many chains for copper chainmail. That is reasonable. Just about to start a charcoal burn. I mean, you can absolutely start a charcoal burn. That won't be a problem. It'll just tick down quietly while the server... Sorry, it won't tick down quietly while the server's offline. But rather, it'll just tick away quietly until the server goes offline, and then it'll continue again on the next weekend when we start things up. Okay. Yeah, that's far more lopsided now than it was before, which does fix a certain problem for me, in that it really wouldn't work to have a central peak, so I can stop thinking about it. All right. This is otherwise a nice little room. Happily have a little lamp there. And get the straw because I'm going to want to make a couple of beds. To make a bed, I think I actually need a hay bale. Oh, my lord, okay. I know, right? Can make a single hay bed. We have steel! Oh, that's fantastic. We managed to get to the steel age by the end of play. That is legitimately amazing. Well done indeed. Very well done indeed. Good God, that is a blood red sky right now. Actually blood red. I wonder. Now, a couple of options here. I would like to let you to let me know what looks best. Right now, I'm not looking to make this a bunk bed situation. If I did, I would still elevate the bottom bunk up off the floor. So it's really, if that was the nightstand, would you prefer this as the bed? Up on 2 planks. I could put it on a bed of cobble. I could put it on packed dirt. I could put it on a shelf. I could also put it on 2 tables. Just imagine they're made of the same stuff. Oh, they are made of the same stuff. Never mind, you don't have to use your imagination too hard. Let's have a look at that. That almost looks like a bed frame. I don't like the idea, though, of having... well, maybe it works. Maybe it works. Other options would be wooden planks. Are they half blocks? I believe there are, yeah. We could definitely do half blocks, yeah. Could I raise the bed so it's 1 tile in the air, then use support beams? I could. But how about stick? I want to have a look at a couple of things. So sticks, in terms of stick flooring, layer of sticks. Maybe? Where does that go down? No. I don't think that would work. What I could do... stairs. How about this instead? Okay, that's kind of annoying. Okay, let me... pop that there. There would be an equal one over there, so that gives me a room to pick things up. Right. But was it not this? Maybe it was the other way around. Nope. What am I doing wrong here? Oh. Foolish me.
can I have that go upside down? Yes. I would need to chisel it, but we can make this work. Eventually, I would need to chisel this to make it look a little bit better there. But for now, a little lamp on the table. Maybe a little lamp above the beds. I don't know. Or we could even have candles there. Once we've got enough beeswax to make that, make using candles for something as frivolous as this feasible. The other 2 beds there, 2 beds there. They can just share a nightstand. They don't need to have multiples. I think that works. So whilst I'm here, I might... Oh. Did I use them all? Oh, I did I? Oh. So leave me. All right. They're all like, we've come to partake of the inn. Why am I being attacked? I'm a paying customer. You bought all of your good reviews. Awful. 0 stars. It's fair. Like that knife. They pay in rocks. So it doesn't seem to be paying in anything else, to be fair. Okay, well, bunkhouse is now effectively complete. Ow. You're gone. Really? You could have snuck away. It would have been the smarter thing to do. I'm probably going to get plinked by a boat in a moment. Or another drifter. Oh my lord, I shouldn't have opened up the inn. This was a foolish thing to have done. I brought this upon myself. Huh. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any linen. Flax is a commodity right now, yep. I feel bad for the drifters. Sometimes they lay down and cover their hairs and it looks like they're in distress. They probably are in distress, yeah. Oh my lord. Alright, so who are all the people who are dying right now? And why? Four steel picks, 2 steel. Oh, this is amazing. Actually, fantastic news. Don't need all those for now. Well, actually, no, I probably do. Let's add those over here. People are hugging the drifters. It would appear so. Trying to recover gear lost in a cave-in. Oof, okay. Yeah, I would say right now that in terms of like steel tools, they should be taken out with a very clear mission in mind, not just taken on the off chance that they get used. So, for example, if you were going on a mining expedition to get specific resources, and perhaps even specific resources that required a high tier pick, like 3+, then you'd grab the steel pick if it was available. If you were going out to do an enormous, you were just heading out into the woods, and you were going to come back with a wallop load of resources for the town, like the logs, and sure, grab a steel axe. But outside of that, I would probably say leave those tools unless we have a specific use for them. Really, they're too precious to just use willy-nilly. Right. Well, let's say hello to all the drifters. No. Naughty bad. Stop throwing things at me. This is not the behavior of a polite guest. I can't get through. Let's grab the knife again. There we go. It's fascinating to see the gear setup in use. You mean the gear box? It's confusing. It isn't that confusing. It's just a step up, step down the gears. Right, okay. Shall we have a quick sleep? Please and thank you. Oh, actually, wait. I'm not... I think it's real lifetime that items despawn in, but because I don't know, let's not risk people losing their gear. That would suck. That would suck immensely. Hello? Oh, you've got your stuff. Fantastic. Is anyone else still hunting for stuff right now? Is anyone else still doing the corpse run? I guess someone is. Yes, in fact, doing the corpse run. You know what? I'm just going to head back to town now. We've got a bunkhouse now over here. I think it's starting to look really nice. Still need to add a little bit more around here, but... I mean, I could quickly do that now. However, I'm going to have to contend with the neighbors while I'm doing it. At this rate, I'm going to come back with like a dozen temporal gears or something. And there. And there. Where are you, Shiver? Oh no, it's a Boton. Okay. Don't really want to deal with the Boton right now. They're much worse issue. I'm taunting the Boton by jumping in my bed while they look through my window. Simple things, isn't it, Demi? Simple things. Alright, well, I think I'm going to have to just deal with the rest of this in the next stream then. I'm going to make my way back to base now. Wow. Okay, just a spear. It's just waiting for me in the doorway. The critters are constantly causing landslides. Which is itself causing some issues there. Yeah, I'm going to make it back to base. Then I will help out anyone who's currently trying to do a corpse run. And once all of that is done, we are going to wrap up the stream. It's been a solid stream today, actually. I think 6.5 hours. Probably going to be closer to 7 hours. By the time we're done, 15, 16 hour stream. All up. Good night, Tals. Thanks again for the Saturday community event. Huge fun, even though I couldn't play along this week. No worries at all. The server will be here the next time you get a chance. Yep, I agree. I concur. Why is that house miles away from town? That is a mining lodge. It's not a house. Specifically. Well, I guess it's a house for miners who happen to be mining at that very productive mine. Debbie said, I think a light roleplay server of this game would be fun. Yeah, I could definitely see that. And there are... Oh, hello, bear. Definitely mods which would accommodate that. Oh, yeah, it's coming. Where is Bear? Why is Bear? Ah! Why is Bear? Ah! Why is Bear? Ha ha! Bear is stupid. In before, comes up the stairs and punts me off while I'm looking for it. Ah! Oh, it wasn't Bear. It was Bowtone. Sneaksy Bowtone. Naughty Bowtone. How dare you be in league with Bear? Good lord. Hey, Ryan. Oh. Oh, sure, yeah. What are you looking at? A full set of what? A copper chain or something? Yeah, go for it, Rev. I tend to survive dozens of encounters without needing better armor than my wooden lamella. And half the time that's broken, so I'm fine with waiting on getting anything more robust than this. You died around 4K area. What do you mean? Takes like 2 days to get to. Oof. How are we, like, how long does it take in real lifetime to get down there? Watch out. The drifters are out in force tonight. Like 30 minutes? Okay. Well, you can definitely start the trek. Photo op. Where is photo op? Bear photo op. Bear op. But 30 minutes is the timer, so You'll need to, if it takes about 30 minutes to get down, you're going to need to be quite quick about it. Because you won't have much time to spare on wrong turns or anything like that. Fighting this on ice is a palaver. Well. Oh my lord, this feels like some sort of game on Takashi's Castle. Okay, I'm being torn apart by Botons. Yeah, I see you, you absolute muppet. No, I can't afford to let you get distance on me. Oh, that was scary. I'm gonna have to get back on here. Ow. Oh! As much as I was talking a big game about not needing armor, God, those Boton can wreck me. Murder on the ice floor, yeah. A community member in Flex is planning to run an RP server soon with cultures, dedicated mods, and builds. Aren't they already running a server? They've been running one for a while, Dr. Hyde. Right, let me have a look at what Rye was saying now. Right, so it's about 2 days trip south. Might have to make the trip next weekend. Trunk will be unloaded while it's down, and Leafin put my stuff down so it'll be fine. The important stuff is saved. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine then. That's fine then. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. I was really worried about that. All right. Well then, with that sorted out, that's the only big concern that I had. Is that I didn't want anyone losing gear because the server had gone down. Let's start wrapping things up. Those in the main town, would anyone like to congregate somewhere and take a final group photo? That was some good food. Wow. If anyone wants to join us in the cave, come along now. Origin Cave will be the group photo and the wrapping up of the stream. Was this all done in one single day of playing? No, this is like the 3rd day that we've played Duplo. We've been running the Vintage Story community server for 3 weeks, and we play on Saturdays. And if when I'm not streaming, the server is not live. But I stream for like 20 hours. It is what? It is 5 a.m. Yeah, about 21 hours the server's been up for. I'm very glad to have that snazzy armor in view. Let's get peeps all together. Oh, okay. Someone's dying outside. Let's go. Let's go and save them. Oh yes. Blah dead. How'd that copper chain do you? Not well. No. You still need to be careful. You can't just charge out because you've got some armor. Bear is still angry. Ow. I was gonna poke it in the butt, and instead I got speared in my butt. Rude. Wait. Sometimes I say things without thinking about them. It's very innocent. You are all the weird ones. Alright. If everyone's together, let's head into the cave, get a last picture. Oh, then we're done. So if anyone else wants to join us, now's the time. Don't see anyone else moving. All right, Dunk. Marvelous. Why don't you all get together? King Demi in the background. Scooch up. Come on. Don't be afraid. I'm fairly certain that King Demi will only behead you if you call them Queen Demi. I mean, I say I'm fairly certain. I can't say 100% that that's the only reason why you'll get beheaded, but you know, I think statistically speaking, you really rude. I see what you're up to over there. Oh, you're trying to sit in front of them. Okay. I was like, no, I'm gonna cut them out of this picture. They don't exist. Perfect. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone. Was a fantastic stream as usual. I am loving the Vintage Story community nights. We are now in the Steel Age. Only just. We've dipped our toes into the steel paddling pool, but hopefully we'll be able to expand it out a little bit more. I think if we're now looking at the potential to possibly do some like progress stuff, because Calissa was mentioning that, and we do have steel. I don't think we are going to be doing the progress stuff next stream, but I would like to start looking at building up our supplies specifically to do progress stuff. So what I mean by that is we're looking for everyone to have some sort of good weapon, some sort of good armor, at least some armor, full stop. And then the following stream, once those supplies are ready, like don't take them out, just put them away somewhere. They're that's your suit of armor, that's your weapon. Pop them somewhere safe so that the stream after next, we can kind of hit the ground running and all head out. Well, at least those who want to be a part of it. Yeah, I'm super glad we managed to securize stuff before wrap up, because I wasn't going to wrap up until we did. Which would have meant that I was going to have to hang around for a lot longer. So I am very happy about that. But no, this has been fantastic. We've got a load of progress done. The mining area, I mean, it's coming along. The mine is still extremely full of copper at the very least, as well as a couple of other things here and there. And we're also, we've got a proper road network going up now. We should be in spring proper during the next stream, so planting will start again on the farms, and I can only assume we're going to see some expanded farms. So, yeah, should be a fairly good progress, or rather resource progression session next time, with a view to getting as many people with gear appropriate for starting to progress the story as possible, so that the stream after next we can actually start making moves towards the actual story content. But that is going to be where we say goodbye for now.